if I were to come in, I just come in as a participant. Even President Ruto cannot just come in as a participant. He's not coming there as a president. He's as an individual. If he's included, as I've said, you include members of parliament and so on. I'm not a member of parliament, so I may not myself be a participant, okay? Unless I participate from down the grassroots. I may not be a participant at this meeting. So this is not intended to help Raila or Ruto. This is basically as a Kenyan process, going to be a people's process. And this will help us deal with the crisis that we're having today. This problem will not be just solved by Ruto going home. Because if Ruto may go home, then you have Gachagua there. Tomorrow you now be shouting, Gachagua must go, or Kalonzo must go. So we must find a way of dealing with these issues for all.
Recently you were in Bomet County. You attended a funeral for a relative in Bomet County. You said, in your words, that hatutaki kusikia mambo ya Munyoro. This is for a man calling for a generational national conflict, a national dialogue. Then it begs the question, is this a dialogue of division?
No, I just said we don't want to hear about individuals. We don't want to hear about Ruto and Gachagua. We want to talk about Kenya. Let's not talk about issues other than personalities, in my view. Let's talk about issues that are affecting Kenyans. And it's the people versus the government. Let's deal with issues and ideas rather than personalities. Let's not discuss Raila. Let's not discuss Kalonzo or Gachagua or Ruto. Let us deal with issues affecting the country. So this is what I'm trying to talk about.
How do we then shield this dialogue? And you've seen already what this conversation has turned into. How do we shield this government from the thought that it is a process for the political elite and not a dialogue between Gen Z and the so-called tone-deaf political leadership?
Shielding is the way it is going to be organized, the way it's coming up. It must be people-driven, right from the grassroots coming up. That's what I'm talking about. That's when it's going to be intergenerational dialogue. People, I'm just pushing it because I want it to start. Once it starts, it will actually take a life of its own. And you see, society is not static. Society is dynamic. It grows and grows, and issues come up and so forth. That's why the idea that, oh, we are tired of this dialogue misses the point. Because they are critical issues. Why are people dying on the streets? If you're saying you don't want dialogue, what's the answer? If you say 2 years to the next elections, and these issues are not going to die away. But how many people are we going to lose until Ruto goes?
That's the very questions that Kenyans are asking, and the very questions why Kenyans are losing the dialogue. The very point you've raised, that how many people are we going to lose, even after dialogues? Because we had the various dialogues, and I'm sorry to belabor on this particular point, but we've had various other dialogues, after which people are still dying in the streets.
They're not this kind of dialogue I'm talking about. We have been taking people to meet at an article, and so on. Yeah, what I'm talking about is different. It is coming from grassroots, and it's a big representative. We're dealing with Article 1 of our Constitution. It's very different. It's not just having a task force, having a team there to go and be talking about this issue, and write a report into Parliament. No, this is different.
You've asked Ruto must go, that after Kenyans saying Ruto must go, then what happens next? And I'll repeat you what you said in your own speech, again on June 4th, 2023, when you said that you do not kneel before dictators. And that is what a section of Kenyans feel this particular administration is. You are calling them to dialogue with an administration which they say is tone deaf.